Ogene no fie gene, ofie ifie. Agbada guru.
Ojigbo, Ososuakpor, Mekali. Area minor. Uru enyo minor. Oseme, okuke ifore. Okuke ifore, oyo yume. Ifore na. Okuke yume. Okuke yume ifore yokuke. Ifore na. Yowo n'ọjọ́ di ologbide amra kpọrin e. Awe mevona dede tinenena arodi fore rosume. Piki ulemu nowo. Ifore oke na japo owe mamu ulemu. Ore ne mu wo teri anoro ne bijo gbejo ure be yorata egwila ya. Piki ere oke na jari e. Eba no gene jogberi ani gaga oriri udu eware no wo ki àwọn no jero gadi o mari oke no ora po na rinrin no wo anu to ke na ye ponu are takanu kana na gwere po ana otipo oke no bi po na oke ri agidite akora re jenewore Ore lotegu ata na atakuwa no keri oteno ena gene jo yo wo ese kele nu iperi ewudu ere ifore jo na re gene jari ena do ri guno are re homoni e le so nyekwen me romu onye kwen meriri muesuo oriri muesuo onye kwen me oni ni owo orogu oni no yari owo orogu ayere modo je kwen me ke ene kere osa me na desi fo na gene wo no jesu ori su mevo ari ovo no ra ha ne mevo ori e besi na re bete mevo ifo we yo oluri enu ọ̀rọ̀ eri ehonu kore ti se mevo na ri esia ariti na jo yere bi averio oyo oluri enu ana ewa koyo emo jere bi avere aho gwa fa pe mocha are boro lue keme okeyina ebo na iwo oyene je sese ari hobie awo ne hobie ko wona awa ni mo wona but ka na ya riri ifove riri ani besi no wo be gware jo no abo no bojota eteche be wona besi no oti sawo yare nara ya ho na ra ha no fikere ifove gba kere ifove vigini dikefi ya gidigba ori lu bobinu oviki sawo no mutie na jererio me luri eno ari ofogba ya ave jari ere ifowe gidi rosu emevo rama ne ro pre tinanana ara atabi ifowe kede bede tena so di ifowe emevo na ki yohori e oreri e ere yoji lokeina wa keje mo re moeta.
So, Mama said her name is Mrs. Ojigbo, Ososuakpor, Mekali. And she was born into the family that is her father, that is Ni Okuke. And Okuke, it was Ifore that gave birth to Okuke. And this Ifore was a king, once a king in this community that ruled for so many years. And his reign was so good that even till today, people still talk about his reign, that he was not partial, he was a just man, that when you bring any judgment to him, any case for him to judge, he goes straight to the point. He tells you the truth. He passes a fair judgment. He does not take side with the wrong person, and he will tell you to your face. He's a man that is bold and is not afraid of anything. And he also equipped himself, physical and spiritual together. And that his reign, in short, his time is the best that you can even till now. You can't even get his type. And he lasts long. The man was so old to the extent that he knew when he was to go. And he was telling them that it's time for when he was to die, to go back home to his maker. And he was always telling them that it's time to go back to his God. He's near, that he wants to go now. People were telling him, no, you can't just go now. But he told them that his time has come to go. And actually, when the time for him to die came, an animal that is called, I don't know what is the name of the animal now. And the name that is called Akora is the, I can't remember the name in English now. But in our native language, we call it Akora. Animal from the bush. The animal came from the bush. That will show the sign that this man, it's time for him to go back to his maker. And when the animal came, he told the community that, you see, I told you people that it's time for me to go back to my maker. Then before then, while he was ruling, he does not allow any evil to befall this community. That before anything is coming, any evil thing is coming, he foresee it. Either war, anything is coming, he will already foresee it. And he will do everything that he can do, physical, spiritual, and everything to avert it. If people are planning to bring war, before nobody will even hear of it. He will already get the sign, everything, revelation that so thing is coming to this community. He will do everything to avert it before he will tell people that so thing was about happening, but I have done everything. And that time is rain. People has this. It's not nowadays that people, the leaves, they were leaves that you pluck and you just pick to that leaf, the leaf will work. Not now that people are using it to look for money that no longer works.
Ọkụkọ yi dọlọ. Oriri yi mere. Oriri yi Africa. Oriri ya Ogbodu. Oriri ya Metanena. Oriri ya Ukoro. Oriri ya Ere. Oriri ya Udi. Oriri ya Udi. Oriri ya Opiri. Oriri ya Ome. Ajo Udi Hubreye. Ajo Emo na iye. Betesa akago yi na kpobi. Are noro. Ayeye mono. Iye monitor iye monitor ra. Iye monitor ene. Meni onune meta na ye ke moje meboya. Oni avu Ogbodu. Meni no ye. Meni no nojo bewu gboro ye gbe. Ọsọfọ. Ajo aboni. Ọ̀nà mara ọsọfọ ọgbọni ọfọ. Wọ̀nyẹn na ọ̀rà n'obe ya gbebu. Ore ihe ma sana. Owó nu ma ọ bụ nù ome. Ma ọ bụ ihe ya fi nù ome. Opiri ọ bụ ihe fi nù ori. Another ba obekona aya ọ bụ ihe fi nù ori. Another belu aya ọ bụ ihe fi nù ori. But many a donor belu na. Enikeko Ogbodo avoni oboni. Ai mava. Emetenena. Ayo. Niki kokunu ovo. Ai ni ovo Africa.
So, what she just said now, that this Ifowe gave birth to her father, that is Okuke, and other children. Then her father, Okuke, now has many wives. I gave birth to herself, Africa, Ogbaudu, Emetenena, Opiri, Ere, the one is in Elu. She doesn't know the name of that one and other ones. But presently, there's one in Eko, in Awunu, in Agbere. So she doesn't know whether that one is still alive. But for now, I think she and the one in Elu are the surviving ones we know for now. The one in Lagos, she doesn't know whether that one is still alive. And all these children, they gave birth to their own children too. But she cannot know the numbers of children that they had. She only knows that some has 4, 6, 3, and so on. But she doesn't know exactly the numbers of children that those ones they have.
Oni me odari agba ibi. Bunyari koko. Oye jo yeri afia. Oni no yeri eko. Wo je yan. O agbára. Oni me o agbára. Oni ni o agbára. Oni o are here no berio emebori oro. Ori yo ni me fi emebo unyari koko. Hebrew. Avoni me. Ayembe Osobo. Isobi. Akpaga. Hebrew. Isobi. Akpaga. Me konye sobo. Avoni me sobo. Sobo. Avoni no yo ni me Osobo. Rare metana.
Onira, oye monake.
Woje ya. Ayoye moya so ni me. Woje ya odari.
Ndana no.
Nyari koko.
Kible onira, oda bigo ni emo onira ye.
Oni me.
Oni no ye ni onira, blemo yo ye.
Emo no ye. Oyo ni me. Oyo apokuma. Oyo. Ayo. Oyo ni adeki. Oniki ko na me gbe ni odani o meri me mo no wo ya en meri en me vale ga kumire sena
To mira no yu. Blemo ye.
Emerera o de mo Ojigbo o de oni ma gba ibi e
Blemo yo ni no yu na ye.
Emerera
Dido de na ye.
Okay. Odara. Tadwere. Osheke. Nonoje. Obirere. Obire. Bume. Ai marerana. me no feneno mo se mesa ejede oburo viete mesa te me ba ha boy na keme ma vera area Ososuakpor ajo be you me eno be no ki you me mesa te uruanyo uruanyo bunyari koko uruanyo ajo ose did ore ho ni mevere ono wasa na ara na wo ọ̀pàkùn orí ìgbò owó náà yàgò viete orí ìgbò nìkan àgàlẹ̀ ẹ̀tẹ̀ jẹ́dẹ̀ ejede na ya ọmọ hụ na ejede na ọmọ ọha n'ogwu na ààrẹ nínú ejede ọjẹ sí ẹ̀bá àná ya béèrè họ ọ̀pọ̀kwa ahịhịa nínú ọgwụnụ ọrịa ejesi ẹ̀bá ọrịa ejesi ẹ̀bá nù oni mere keri aherie ọ̀rọ̀ yàrá àwọ nárè bẹ wọn na karata ko ni meno atakoru efa no lueva ebanu woro na wo nu wo gba keri akufi egege ìwọ gbere ọmọ boba oyin no ye mulu e oni meno ye mulu e ore keri aherie be ori tukpadaje ori ikpori ana ori ikpori oni meko hia hiefe daki yore osi omanuke ori gelie kie ori gelie kie oni meri bunu awupo bire jere ke me molu ana fe kwaro viete awupo bini o if Robieta no ye mona po because serana no na serana ribu no na re ye ko wa re je si eba ka ve yan lo ojo ke no je wa abo serana jari no je mo boba o fe kwaro ejo ho ko ke no serana gunu ko ke yan fa kwaro ejo ari du ego ejede bese no kiri ejede o le je paka megbetanya ene ko di lere no o ni mere be won o se be owo jo ko vi o ko bro ni meno oyan ete me ko ni me ko yin o se meri te wo be ani kana na no re keke na oyan te me ka ko mo fasi oyin ba ya ru viete ya gberu viete ana esa te meka ko ma fa se oye ba apopo biri e ba no eluri e no ani ana ja jesi e ba no ene asa me no ya te me ko ma eka ko ma fa asa mere rio ore pa se le fi otroke oni mere trole ore trole no wo asa mere ya bro ni me oni me na yan fo oni re me no wo na tako yi ayan ta da mari ere so yo gbeti ye e ke ba na ero na yo wo na yo gbeti ye asa mere ya bori ko e wa de di ho si afona we wa de di ho no e je de bo abona re je ba ka vwe are vwe se no ayera odi ho no waseri ko mafano are re yare ngole je na te ro horin ka won ni mera kwa are kwa po bunyari koko ko be ye jo yume pesian mi ro ware ge miri ware gato huo no miri pono ejederi moni meno oni me ochamoni arokora oni mani no anata yamo nabo yo pikio na mi pikio na kuke pikio are tereke are re ya po begwa iyede e mo no ni meka ki yeko ora na nogun ejo ejede opo viri ayo dere no yeko opo viri na ai masa wa ni ye no bo ai masa wa ni ye no ari po begwa ai masa na ari na bi wole mewa fi ho o mana iro ye no bo kaya hia po begwa ke ma ye kaya bete jise ari to hobe ka no ri ani ka be wori e pa yin ma banan aye ni gunu re me no ho na mo seran but yo mo na no rata na ro ye yeri eke mo fa ye yeri eke ko ne yeri eke na kuke ko ra kuka no na ye yeri eke ke me o seran awu na re galie do to o mo seran na mo seran re jesi e ba na bre ye joma kuna breya joma nata na gbe bere ho ko kekere aheri o kere aheri gele ayeti ayegbe yon merata na ene fikere ara ye yeri eke arere no nike kai masa na nora gba mi ovovo na ri brori ejede omore ovu epo.
She said her mother, on her mother's side now, that her mother's name is Egbevie. You don't say what on Egbevie Uwejeya. The Egbevie mother is from Agbaroto. They brought her mother to Emevo, to marry in Emevo, and gave birth to the Egbevie. And okay, Awire in Agbara. Her mother, the mother that gave birth to Egbevie, her mother is from Awire of Agbara Oto, and is from the family of this Igbo we are hearing today in Agbara. The mother to her mother is from that family. They come to her mother in Emevo, the Egbevie na. She came from Unarikoko Street in this Emevo. And she gave birth to 6 children. The 6 children, no, they are not, except she is the only surviving child on that lineage. The rest, they died. I think they are all women. And those women, they gave birth to their own children too. So, and what's happened, those women with her, they are not the same father, but the same mother. She is only on her own father. But the rest 5 of them, they are of the same father. Then what happened, why are they not the same father, is that the man her mother got married to is from Ureviete. The man was the one serving the juju in that Ureviete at that time. In Emevo, the juju of Emevo, called Ureviete that time. So the man now later died. So after the death of the man, they now, you know, in our culture, they will share the man property. So they now share the wife to the son of the man. The man now said they gave him an old woman that cannot give birth again. So he now ran to leave Emevo to, okay, let's travel out. Like as all of us come to worry, travel out, and left her there. So she was now waiting. She was now waiting for her husband to call. You know, in those days, it's not like now. Our women were very faithful and patient. So she was waiting. While waiting, people were, you know, telling her parable. That we cannot tell you to go, but you are supposed to know for yourself that you are supposed to know that you cannot wait for this man, that this man does not want you. But in spite of that, she didn't still, do anything. She was still waiting that one day the man will come. So actually the man came one day, and while she was trying to, we went to urinate, the man now came and pushed her. The mother was making an attempt to kill her, nobody knows. So she shouted and people now came. And they were saying, what happened? They said that she went to urinate in front of the juju that they used to serve. And everybody was not saying, no. This woman has been in this compound. This is where she gave birth to all the children. And she has not done that before. Now, is it now that she will do it? So, people now, shouted at the man. And the next day, the man now left back to where he came from. So he was there and said that he make it clear that he cannot marry old woman. So while her mother was still waiting, a man now sent her father now to go and talk to the mother that he's interested in her. So when the father now came and saw her mother, that is a very beautiful woman, and still looking fresh, so when the father,
let me check.
Okay. So when the father now saw her mother, that the mother is still very fine and a very beautiful woman, he now said, this beautiful woman, so somebody will send me to come and talk to this woman. No, I can't eat this food now. There's no point. He will go for it. So he now, in those days, when you want to talk to a woman, it's not like now that we say, excuse me, and you talk. You can drop money on the ground. And if the woman pick the money, that means the woman has accepted you. So her father now dropped money on the ground, and her mother now picked it. So in the evening, her father came, met with the mother. The mother was trying to, but at the long run, she yielded, and that was what leads to her pregnancy. So they now gave birth to her, and when she was to marry, after giving her in marriage to our father now, this man now came and now sued her father to the court in Iyede, the next village to this place, then, that they gave her daughter in marriage to somebody else without his consent. So it was then her sister, the senior ones, though they are late now, three of them just delivered. They just gave birth to babies. So the three of them just arranged. They dressed as a woman that just gave birth. When you see them, you say, this woman just born, you will just know. So they dressed, the three of them, they went to the court to testify against the man. Because in the day that they were to be witness now, they now asked them, what did you know about this man and this, about this man and this, about this man and this daughter they are talking about. So they now narrated the story that yes, actually this man is their half brother. They have the same father. Then after the death of their father, they share their mother now to this man, and the man refused that he cannot marry old man. So after refusing, another person came, married her, got her pregnant, and delivered this woman. So why is he coming out to claim a child that is not his own? That this woman is not his child. That is, they now asked, who owns the daughter? They now pointed her father. That is her father that's owned her. That was how they decided the case in favor of her father.
Ureme. Mirare wani de messe. Okay. Ebanuma megine bono. Ebanuma araro rehume. Mare hu bede jana. Oni abuoni me ne sedeki. Amoni abuoni me ne sedeki. Koya otano ayerayi. O kenya mari ari aboneso oran. Marahu amarikono yorata na yeriai. Yokaina magbere beba mari muho eru. Kembe yabona ta na yerai. Edeki. Ovu Ososuakpor. Kembe yabona ro buere. Ya yote guna lele bewo. Awo ile lede ki bi bewo. Ore wane ona ye no ya le lare. Ano che wa bi bewo ade wa ke kumo ho mi wene. Are gwolo ho kari wene gwolo piake. Ari potu fio. Ari fio to na tu wono. Ka won yo wane mro me na yerana. Aye no wo ma na yin. Mo ma me gberin no jaye gbera. Nata ko na yeran yen ki aye merin. Me ye magbere beba mi riru han. Me ro di miti bi be no. Mitere no ke na ka kiru han. Ati bi kwe party hore ke hiru. Ene kere ere ayo maria na re tere no kora kocha. Kora kocha na ayo maria ate mi obugbe. Maybe Kaleri another. Ene. Oriri, mere young one gavier. Okay, yare. No, I hear Billy go high. Go to marry. Only marry to marry. I know, one not an better when I money to tunnel. Oh, yeah, all right. Man, me, Keremerata. I don't know. Osera. Ososuakpor ani na ya belugo. Ore ya po boss me ore je belugo no. Oburu anyo. Okuke oseme. Okuko lugo ka. Orisume po. Marilu. Adena ma bi bo bi gbona. Ma bilu boba obi gbo boko okalala ono mo ho mijiru wa dada bojo aye mi ku ototo mi riru han banaru han ru enena mejo ewu na mi ku ho ko yara wo ma idigere awo mato eworo guna deri erewa ejo de wona mese kede na ka yara ri digere wo mato wa makere je won li moto ropo boko okalala ko be majo moto je toko moto toko moto je dede okay ni moto ri mu eje owoto mari tasaba ma vi woto mari woto no ma beje ho leje woto yawa woto mari bobo kokeina keini moto re jari jigere saje are bono saje ari ko ima oboko ko ima jopo bilu ko be majo obe ko obe mi jo mo mo ye mere jo bo orikri mi kiri mo mo ye ajo mi oti pe gbedede oti pe agbagbu pe ko yo ke yin na otagbu pe no Meri banara ro meje de. Me eje na re bu me no maju me. Ewon ko yan jo mre kuru me obo. Wa ma ne di oyin. Miri ye mo na jowa. Omora. Ogbejari he. Me vo mi poriri ye. Oni mere wanetano bigbo no wani fi mewa ke yare wolewa. Miri wolewa, jewa wolewa. Amati bobo. Aya we mete. Emewa ewa fi ho. Ko ye fi mewa ane jewa wolewa no. Mewa diri tobu me di ho yin aye metijere. Okay ina. Egberi akikita mikidi ogbe. Ai. Miri yo ino. Ori kri. Miri yo no sapona me. Egbeta yawa. Okay. Miri yo sapona me. Miri yo sapona me no. Miri yo ama vigo. Miri yo ino. Miri yo. Miri yo. Odo ina tamaru no. Mi yo ina no miki yo moera. Ama vigo ina kwejani. Ejo. Ame. Ame roro. Ofigbo nerete. Are ka jofigbo no ko ta merin ebi doro mu. Ma ke te gba. Ma re yan bobo ko. Daki oyan ovu. Orobi ete. Uruje ko ye oyogun no yo. Mari oke no ro orobi ete de lobo ko je won etu doro mu. Doro ma ba mi roro no. Dari eba. Koyo otu doro mu rike. Abi doro mo roro na rike. Wa ku yo ma bobe. Are wo je hospital ogbe ori oke. Ebo Onisha. Obi weka. Kene meri ya mawera. Meri ya ijo nevosa meri ya manena meri ya kwene obe mevo ekwene obigbo bigbo mijo ye obigbo oni ugo obigbo eyo bigbo ye mewo uke pori iya emo mare bu won ona ojo Biafra ojo didede robo nishana go one agbukpe na mona ayi jefi mona kumaro boko ano boko imidi wasi ino amotito be ko kiriri are brok wo ejo nishana urie na lu vere na keme anabi lurie na no vere na savre ne fio agbada fio ko ya je yan bonisha magbeji dulu bo basa bata ha magbeji lu ekota ha ko ma ya ma yowo to eyan wa oriri ya na ta ne mo na bejo are karin no mineki onishare bade ina mineki onishare meri tu ko ma ki ara ne do guju meta kosara no mano edo no le do no fe ho ere le do vi re vi brigina ani ka agbere ri ya oyin no boko ri wona ko ere vi agbata ko yin mani ka wona magbere wa na wasire Ora ne ri agbata kuma aho na wori ne vara eri kokodo. Ma kiako. Iri okiri te kuma ave ma na mare ri opigu. Ya mi kweri akpobi. Ave ma na ri opigu. Ko obigu nu maro na ka wa ya re Jesu ma kwekwe nu ma ya ri yo. Ma jesi o deba jesi o honu mera hure ba. Nyasi o fi aba man ka bi no mojo. O ke fi amia. Ke mo ke ina gbogbo. Gbegbe to le wa re ina bo ti je. Man mere jeyan. Mere brare no ri enu me bikiri e ri wegu. Magbito bi go fa. Kumete botu otegu ma. Ipolisi po bi avi mopo. Eve botegu. Keme ya nata ya matolo majono. Mari eje nasa jela fi obo ma. Mawo magbidiki ya. Madam na ye na kwanye kwe party obo. No, obo de shaba sabara hano. Orisi po bi obo bore duro hono.
So how she got married to our father. She said that she was very young. And she got married to her husband. She was very small that time. She did not really know the age precisely, but she was just saying about 10 years, but I know that she should be more than that. And that time, you know, like now, that time you can even be a grown-up girl, you are not tying clothes, you are not wearing anything. They go on naked like that. So, while she was living with her mother, her husband now that she got married to came to the compound to see her cousin, that is the child, the son to her mother's sister. They were living in the same compound called Deki. The man's name was Deki. Two of them were first cousins. The man is no more now, of blessed memory. So her husband that she got married to came to see that her cousin. So, and they were about going to farm. So he now said, people are going to farm. Yeah, give me clothes, let me change so that I can go with you people. They gave him clothes, he changed, and he went with them to farm to help that man. So coming back from the farm, it was there that her cousin called Deki now told her husband that this is your wife. So the husband now said, okay. He didn't say anything again. So that was how he was just coming without saying anything, coming like that. Until when she was, grown up more than that age, the husband now came and said he wants to pay dowry for her wife so he can collect his wife. Then she was not still wearing, like now that when baby never even reach 1 year, you know how to wear pants, and they were not still wearing anything. They were just going naked, and they were not even ashamed. They were just like that. So until when he paid that, he went to the father at Reno when the father was living and paid that. Then it was just one small handless gown that she put on. They paid the dowry. So after the dowry, her husband took her to where he was living in Emevo. Then they now went to Oko, where he was living. Oko Anala in Asabazis. Delta State, yes, in Asabazis. So, and he said then there was no vehicle. It was, they used bicycle to take them to one village. I think it should be Rogu. It should be Abbey. I'm very one village in Orogu, Aragba. So it was from there. Is it machine? Okay, the same bicycle. No, there was no vehicle that time. No vehicle then. So it was machine, and the bicycle, and that from there took them to Asaba. From Asaba, they have to trek to Oko Anala. They trek to Oko Anala. So that was where they were living. So getting there, she stayed for some few time, but not too long. Not too long. Then she doesn't know man, doesn't know what's happening. She was always running. So no way for the man to to do what he wants to do. Until when she was sick, she could not run again. The man finally caught her, and that was how she got pregnant of the first child. That first child was a boy, and he had stillbirth. Like the child after her birth, that child died. Before, not too long again, she gave birth to her senior daughter, and that is late now, of blessed memory too. Emeti Jewe, that was her name there. Emeti Jewe, that is, I prefer guess. Guess are preferable. That was her first daughter. And the first one she gave birth to died as a son. That one never big now. Okay, that was why they gave the second one that will come again. That was the reason they gave that name to her. Say, I guess, I like who. That was that. So after the birth of that first daughter now, he gave birth to the second child, the son, who is sitting here now, the second. Named Ososuakpor Nome, who calls the world my own. That's his name. Then after him, he gave birth to another one. He called the name just now, I don't forget the name. But that one, a little bit grown up. And because where they were doing farm work, cooking palm oil, and those ones there. So he said while they were leaving to where they were cooking their palm oil, they left the other children at home, locked the door, and left. They didn't know how this particular one managed to open the door herself, ran to meet them. And then the drum of oil that they have cooked, they have already bathed the oil, leaving the water, was still hot. They don't know how he entered there, climbed the drum, and the drum now fell, the whole water poured on his body or her body. And when they rushed her to the hospital, the next day, they couldn't make it. She couldn't make it. That one was a girl, yes. That one passed. Then after that one, she gave birth to another one again. That one did not still stay. Before he gave birth to the third child now, the third child was Omowera, say pikin dey sweet. That was the name of that. Though she gave birth to children. The children were here too, but she's late now. Of blessed memory. Then after that, before we talk of Onyovusa, say brother of the same mother, same father with you, different. Then before he gave birth to me, so on and so on, the other children, all the children she gave birth to, total children were 13. But 3 did not survive, and she had 10 alive. But along the line, among the 10, after they have given birth to children, 2 are no more. So the surviving one are 8. And by the grace of God, we continue to survive. All of us will live to bury her. So that is her. She now said, while they were living in that Okonala, she used to go to markets, Onitsha markets. And when they go to Onitsha market, they pass the bridge. They always open the bridge where they go and so on and so on. It got a time that the bridge was locked. So when she came, she was saying, it's like something is going to happen. The bridge today is like they locked the bridge. But at night when they were sleeping, they were not hearing noise of vehicles that were passing the bridge like that. They were not saying, what is going to happen? That this kind of noise, bridge that they lock. They close bridge also. And we are hearing noise of vehicles that are passing, often and often. So they were just there. They didn't still suspect anything until that morning. She went to farm. And that farm and the hut where they were living was not too far. So she went to farm. As she was in the farm, she wanted to harvest cassava. She just hung her cloth. Remaining this thing the women used to wear, we call it ubuluku skirt. She hung her this thing. It was there, they just called her. They should come more. The way they call her, she was thinking, what happened? Abi, did any child injure or something happened to any child? So she just ran, leaving everything. She didn't pick anything, her basin, her cutlass, even her wrapper that she hung. She didn't even pick it. So I let her go and see what happened first before she will come back to do whatever she want to do. Getting to their camp, it's saw that all the army, or they were all there, maybe the Biafra armies, they were all there. Some were just with just their pints, with nika like that. They were not saying, oh yeah, everybody should move over the thing. It has passed, be careful that the other Nigeria army has surrounded everywhere. So anyhow you can move now, find your way level now. That was how they decided to find their way. So it was somebody that helped them to pass back road to Osisa. Osisa is still in Delta State. And they passed from Ewuru to Osisa. So when they got to Osisa, they now have to use boats to cross them to return. And he said she was the only adult among the children. Every other persons, they pack all their children in the boat for her to cross. They couldn't join them. That the boat could not contain everybody, so they pack all their children. Then she was the only adult with the children. They now crossed. So there was one policeman that is a friend to her husband. They have to put up in that man's house. So while in the night when they were sleeping, she suspected one man. The man would just open the door and was bringing people. So she too now, she quickly sensed that something is going on. This man is not a good person. That it's like he want to do something evil with them. So she quickly wake the man's wife, that policeman that is a friend to her husband. She quickly went to wake her up and say, please come. This person is not good. See what he's doing. He's opening the door and bringing people in. We don't know his intention.
Keba maro temevo. No. Ahuna no. Na akonya agaluma kava. Are femo no bo fi okokume. Ayere nya bruma are viri oke. Meri gbiku fi oto amosari mu ebo. Awo no le fe won na manu rara ayerin enu mero. Oyo gbiselu mari obo. Ayerin le lote gore kete. Ore yawa ana na ri mi oma. Ogbiriselu mari obo. Kere mire gbeka manu ejo meri odora na ayi police na alisi oderi alisi koyin mero koyin elelu mekeri otu won bese no kirie okiri rie no na mosara ri no boro dure meri gbiku ka no wo ho na ayin hu won ri ebobe no na bi tebe ka yin na be ka one pa one rosa yin na yin da oganelu kanono ati tu erere dake imaro boneri oja mano ganelu ri ekuma mari oja oganelu ri ekuma no ma bere ori okino ene koyin mawo oya listen we ko bilu ara ri do bilu re obi yeri o mare luede koyo hia mare hia tugbenu o ma temevo no onyere na reje gaga ari oreje abuma erio ma je mra rere ma te be ma wigo pori eri anu mereje bobeki man me gbe beri are gbe be da me gbe dede ima ve vai kwini ma me gbe beri are mejere awori mo mi atakume manu won ma udo wa kre lo ya kume ya eho mere ya eho ubuluku naru meku ba mi ke ba fiye mere bote alejori agaga o ani ke mere ubuluku men mi jobo ye kiko bene miri mo egogo manu ogbepu ma ve mo me ogbepu ma ve mo me miri gbe ano be bra furu mure ogbo bi ni ke me man mi wigo no kibrigo mani ko bene an mi wigo no okiri emetolo ma meri bole mere ya ede ibrele na rewa moto ibrele na meri to buwo mere kwe jofioto mere gwenike kopo beki titi be tutoro mere rano kawe maja mo lete ma ve ko ifo mo na ve ko ifo re ave fra ave rori elena miri pe ki ogwe maja wa mrigo ro de we isawe na mi vi mo ego beki ma ra pobino maja wa ma de meri po mitobu me beki ki ogwe no me ya veri no meki beki me di gari renu emo na ve me rori gari kerererere malu eyere na reje gaga imi wo han bro han bo mera jone pore ayan waju meku bibi okiri po lori gbe mere fori erota obuluku veju meku bese no kiri ohona me mere hona rota kerererere milu Ososuakpor wa ma ve mo ma gene uye gene buma tunusa ese gbikurin atane gbikurin na no kere ere ma gene muye tipa makere goligo mere migo devisa wigo na mere jari emigo mere mrewa bekio eki ovrode kobe ma jo hejo di gari mere sa de mi gari esa ma dùnà rẹ kugbe ma gba ijigere me ve jepori ima ve vai kwini ere mere jo bonere tako omoni ose mo mena bukre mere take ana kumoto emi fi oregede jesi otokume mere gwe ma meni obu me pobi ari fi otona kume mere kiguhie igu niki wo maha era niki wo maha awo nere wani man mi bori obo me biti wari ore bia era ne papo bia re nyara re wa kufie era ne pa no pobi mi tenwo megbe mro ro mano wo na wo sari olome ona me wari obo no mara ya hana mere kere na ne re panu ere wo ma fe fo mo be mrarere wa ge ne nyara kufie we bele luwate me ya oga ne si matu wono oga no si matu wono na oga na la te ku mario ene e sia leri ke fi otona ama fari kele ware me pobi re ho me bi alo ani we owo ma umuchigo noru mobana etu mewa bekia okwale meje di garita adeki okwale mebe je pokwale ri jigere je yan mebe de bi gariesa ma wi ve fi oboki ogwe ma wo vupo oni ive na mebe re ye rigo mere ho ma de jare mi go metero de meripo miri tobu o mane mo me migo ro de meri porio we gbigario ani mo me ne toro adan me migo ro de ave bie ifoku epoto ye be yenu ori newa iya oto no re be wa na mifi iya re mo fi ye ori tenwa na mo na ka gogu keke fi ogbitu ma ve we ere bi ya na ve poto ve gbi mo na vi mo erio ma no gene ori mo ma ku mo ko oro ne mo ne toro ma ka ba mi ti bil wore mre mo na wero na ho ne ram na re ria ere o gene ro osero ma me gbi wo han me ro owu ga le jo ko ri su me de janu me mo be ki ogwe ani kuma jona mure mani ani meke je wana sanu hojo mede me afrika to wa mete wa no manajo Maybe do on another make when I turn ejo. Made that for a man. Maybe what follow. Mani mere genero hona. Adeke ogwe mere go isawe. Maybe what? Adeke ogwe family go isawe. Mi ere no to me maybe what? Mere hisiava. Imehu hon inano. Adeke fari te anu me ya. Me was afie una. Me vede hewu meri go de ka fa ma de wa ere mi ro mo han ewo enwe oga na o ti ji ofi bo ku me mi ye no mi gbiri pe ki o kwale di gari yi igunu meka ewu no mari nwa ari obo ma eri o eri ana oga na ro ga lo me no ogbipo ma ha ka nwe oyin ma luri ete
Stay coming back from the Oko and after the Biafra war, they succeeded in arriving in Emevo. Coming to Emevo, it was really tough because she didn't come with anything at all. No money, no property. So it was really, a tug of war that we passed through hardship, what is called hardship. We passed through it. Nothing, nobody helped, nothing. So she just came with one wrapper, just one wrapper. And that was what she had on her. So we were just there like that. Then she was pregnant of her daughter Queen. So she now decided that she will not eat, she will not drink, got nothing to eat, nothing to drink. She will just stay like that. Now people now started talking to her, saying no, there is still hope. So she now said, okay. So one day she said she wants to bathe. She entered the bedroom, wants to have her bath. She now saw that her skirt that she wore, there is zip. They used to sew pocket. So when she touched it, something hard was in it. She shook her hand. She saw that there was 4 kobo that time. 4 kobo. So she was so happy. That means she and her children will not die again now. If this money is with her, that means we will survive. So she started with that 4 kobo. She was going to market, using that 4 kobo to buy things. She will buy groundnut and hog the groundnut in the market. She will get her gain. And from that gain, she will buy gari. She can buy like 4 sacks of gari. Then she will drop like 3 in the market to sell, bring 1 home that we eat. Then after selling that one, she will use it to buy fish or meat, whatever she can buy that time. She will bring it home, then we cook and eat. But if the day she will not see money to buy meat or fish, say God bless her with good children. Her children does not select. Anything she gives to them, they eat. Anything they see, provided is what the mouth can eat, they take it. They are not bothered with say, the food must be so rich with this and that. So any day she cannot buy meat or fish, we just plug this water leaf, fry the water leaf, we can use it to eat anything we see. That was how she was managing. Then it got to a point, her husband uncle, that is a brother to her husband's father, the same father, the same mother, now said he can give her a plot of land where she will plant. So we now gave her a plot of land. She now planted cassava, planted plantain in that land. And so the plantain were now growing or coming up to the extent that the plantain started bearing. Worldly people that always envy, because when she came, they were saying, she and her children, they will die, hunger will kill them, not those ones. So when they now saw that at least something is coming out for her to survive, because she and her children to survive, one day before she got to the farm, she saw that those plantains, they cut everyone away. He was not saying, worldly people, they are wicked though. This thing that God has done for her, that she's not happy that hunger will not kill her and her children. Some people now came and cut them away. I said, okay, well, no problem. She won't say anything. She left them. Then it came to a time that she now bought that land. and people were counting their things so that they will pay. They counted her own, joined their own, and collected the money. They didn't give her anything. She just said, well, she will still leave everything to God. That God has a way of doing his things, that she will still survive. So gradually, the cassava she planted started growing up. Then the cassava now matured. And that was how hunger ended with her and her children. Because that time, any small place you plant, you will harvest it. You will see that from me, if you harvest this small place, it will be as if you harvest a very big plot of land. So that was how she started having her garri, coming up gradually. She was going to different markets to buy things. She buys, she sells. Again, she will use it to bring. She said nobody helped her, even her own blood sisters. Nobody gave her even one tube of cassava to say, eat, you and your children. Nobody helped her. It was just God that helped her out. Then it got to a point, because it was just only one cloth she had. That one cloth, in the evening like this, she can just wash it, sun it. Then she will remain with her skirt. All those buluku, we call it buluku skirt. She will remain with it. Then break, when it dry, she will use it again. So one of her customers now call her one day, like the woman says wrapper. So the woman now call her one day, say, I've been observing you. There is even only cloth. Even when you come to market, it's only this one cloth you have been tying. Say yes. You say, okay, what is here? Select cloth from here. You will be paying me gradually, don't worry. She said, no, I don't have money. He said, don't worry. Select cloth. Small, I won't draw you, but I know as we are selling small things in the market, you will pay me small. Gradually, you will finish paying. That was how she got another cloth to change for herself. She bought from the woman, and she was paying small to that woman. Before you know it, she started having a cloth to change for herself. So that was how God helped her, and hunger ended with her and her children. It's like she and her children started living well, and we were feeding well. And when you see the children at that time, you will not even know that these are children that are not even seeing food to eat. That God was so faithful. The children, if you see that they were well looked, you won't know that these are people that does not see food to eat. No, that was how God helped her out.
Oyinyebiofo, Emekali, Oyiyi Ososuakpor, Oyiyi Osaro, Oyiyi Osarowo, Osarowo Oyiyi Emekali, Oyiyi Ukre, Oyiyi Ukre, Onofoye. Oh yeah. I bring more you Sarowo na ye. Kiyen meteri. But one you cry, you cry. I Mekaili. I you bigo. I don't make a corner.
Mama. Mama. When I saw you, man, they say Joseph was black in Mekai. Yeah, man, you have a shop on.
Obiya Biovo. Emekaili. Anya Sarowo ye. Sarowo ori Emekaili, ori Ukre, ori Ubigo. Not part of the year time. Ori Janifare. Ajobi ye dekbono. Ayonio afigo. Onio isi pedal si medal.
Medal.
Mekali na yera.
Sarowo yera. Sarowo ye Mekali. Ko gbe wi ni ovo. Oyo Mekali. Oyo Ubigo. Oyo almiri risobo na rebere tamara epeda oyo oni afigo ayo Ukraine oyo ye merin so ye fa merin
So
Ini avoni bobi aimasa niraye koyan fuki eko merera ya ovu meri ara bako ejesi govila meri odoni ki eko ejo.
Okay, bako bilo odeme oni osaje na Ososuakpor. Okay, man, where we came from, the coast. You know, where Yanavia, something happened, and I want to give that narration. A lot have been said, but this is very significant in the affairs of the family. When we came from Okanala, we were in Emevo when there was a heavy breeze that blew out our house. Carried the roof of the house out. And so we were stranded. That day, we went to Moira. Went to go and fetch firewood in the bush. So the rain that fell was like a tsunami rain. There were blocks coming from the sky. Stones were hitting us. So we were able to escape to the house. Only for us to get there, the heavy wind blew off the house. So we were stranded. Everybody was laughing at us. Have you seen your downfall? Obilekona came and said we should pack to our residence, which was behind our house. That time there was one parrot in the house. So we parked there. That time our senior brother, David Ososuakpor, already attending Ayetoro Grammar School of Technical College, Ayetoro. So he was not aware. So when we came back from the farm with the firewood, the tree has blown it. We were inside the empty house. So the woman said, no, it can't be like this. Everybody was laughing. Say, I thought people are very powerful. You have come. Now there's no roof in your house. So the woman put us in the house. All of us were bottled into one room. As large as the family was, we were in one room. That's where we stayed for some time. By the grace of God, God helped us. Gradually, we started roofing the house again. Then I must mention this. When Oganavana was born, before this incident happened, when Oganavana was born, we were first of all living in the mud house behind the major house. We were living in the mud house. So there was heavy rain, there was flood in the compound, and before you know, the flood has entered into the house and already weakened the foundation of the house because they were mud houses. And so as we were there, that heavy night, almost 1 a.m., the house started collapsing. They just gave birth to Oganavana, and the house started collapsing. Before you know, all the foundation were already breaking. And when we came outside, we discovered that the whole outside was flooded. So the area close to the bed collapsed and fell on top of the bed. But our mother, Mama Ojigbo, by the grace of God, picked Oganavana. A child was born at less than 1 month. Picked her from the bed and threw her into the water outside. You know? So when the house collapsed on top of the bed, while the child was sleeping, we thought that the house had collapsed the daughter. But only for us to discover that Mama has already picked her out of the house and threw her inside the water. So we picked her out of the water. She didn't die. She survived. Today, she's a grown-up. She did not die. This is one of the testimonies I can give that God did for us. Again, I want to also mention that the way we got the house roofed, nobody knew. We don't know how we generated the money. Before you know it, we have harvested cassava, we have harvested yam, we have harvested plantain, and before you know, we were able to roof the house back. Then After about 6 months, it was 6 months, 2 weeks, I can remember, we finished the whole roofing of the house and we packed back to the house. Now, I must say this because if God does a thing for you, you may not appreciate all. My mother was worshiping idol with a deki.
Who's a deki?
A deki is their cousins. It's a cousin. It's their cousins. When you say cousin, they are cousins. A deki was a heavy juju worshipper, and so because of the way we came to Emevo, you know, my mother joined them in the idol worship. Our senior sister is called Itaduwele, the one that born Bo Akakalulu. You know, they were busy worshiping the idol, so my mother had to join them. You know, if you give a vacuum, the devil will occupy it, so they were both busy worshiping idol. They will go there and dance juju, the whole what you call a FR, a kind of juju feast. They will be dancing juju, everything. And we watch this. We don't eat meat. We don't eat egg. Our senior brother, David Ososuakpor, and Emetijeve, who is our senior sister, they used to eat all these things. My father eat goat, everything. But apart from those people, all of us, we don't eat anything. Other egg, we don't eat. Garden egg, we don't eat it related to egg. We don't eat. We don't eat meat, cow meat, nothing. So it was becoming a body. We look at it, can we continue to worship this God that our mama is worshiping? My father have a small juju in the house. They will come, we'll kill, we'll cook soup, we'll serve him in the morning. We'll put drink, put everything, put fish head, everything. So I said, we cannot continue to worship this. So one day, we became aware. Because that time my senior brother and our senior sister attend Anglican church, Catholic church in Emevo here. Me and my sister were attending God mission. My sister Omawera. We said, no, it cannot continue this way. We have to change. So that day, we went to go and tap rubber in our father's rubber plantation, very close to Bisio house. So as we were there, myself and my senior sister Omawera, we said, no, it will not continue. When we go home today, there will be a change. So as we were coming home, we went to the market, we bought meat, we bought the egg. And we said, when we get home, we'll cook this thing and we'll eat it. The juju normally eats fowl. We'll carry fowl to the juju will eat the fowl. They will cook it. The person who serves it, use the head of the juju, normally eat the fowl, normally eat the egg, everything. We don't eat anything. He said, we don't eat, so we only have to look for fish to eat. We said it would not continue. So myself and Amawera, we said, no, today it must end. So we got home, we bought meat, we went to go and boil the meat. Ma was specific order of meat. He said, where is this one smelling from? We said, make it not worry. So after cooking the meat, everything, cook soup, we brought it to the parlor. We come and say, Mama, come out. What are you, Mama? So Mama come out. We don't eat meat, we don't eat egg. But the person who serves you normally eat all these things. Today, if he's eating it and he has not died, we'll eat it. Let's see whether we will die. So we brought all the meat, everything, and said, lock all the doors. My mother believed. He said, is that so? My children, if you say so, let's all of us sit down together. Let's eat the meat. Let's eat the egg. Let's eat the egg. If we die, make we don't say we'll die for the house. So that's what we did. We all ate the meat. 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, and today we didn't die. So which means that the devil was deceiving us. That's how we have to make Mama to repent, to leave that juju, and she stopped worshiping idol. He stopped all the things in the house, she packed them and threw them away. That's how we became Christians. And by the grace of God, our younger sister have to convert her to be a Jehovah's Witness. Till today, she's a Jehovah's Witness. She eats meat, she eats the egg, and Mama has stayed over 120 years. She has not died. So this is a lesson to all of us that juju have no power. It is God that is the ultimate. I need to narrate this story for us to learn that the future generation, our children's children need to know that there's only one power, and the power is the ultimate power. And the ultimate power is God, through his son, Jesus Christ, who came to die to redeem us from bondage, to redeem us from sin. And there's no other power that's higher than the power. The good gods they were worshiping will carry them. But the God we believe in is the one that carries us. Those gods we worship will feed them. But the God we worship would not feed him, he feeds us. So it's a lesson to everybody. We're not making this video to let people know that the ultimate power is God. Our mama has stayed alive for us. She passed through temptations. She passed through stress. 2 months ago, we thought it was all ended. Yes, we thought it was ended for Mama because she was oxygen for about 3 weeks. We thought she would die. But Mama told us that my stomach, my heart is clean. My heart is with God. So I cannot die at this time. If God wants to call me, let it come at the right time. But I'm not going to be sick and die in this situation. That I'm in oxygen, no way. So we want to bless the name of the Lord for what God has done for us. Today is 28th of December, 2024. Mama is still alive. Last year, on the 9th of December, we celebrated her in this same location. The whole world came to celebrate her. Only for us, early in November this year, after 1 year, for her to fall into this sickness that we thought we would have died. But at the time we gave up, God came and restored her. Today, she's the one talking on this video. She's the one who was celebrating today again. She has brought together her grandchildren, her children, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren, and her great-great-grand, under the 4th generation. It's a thing of joy. I must bless the name of the Lord. All glory go to God, not to man. Only, when you met her, if I go there, my very ikuna, ite mamo, they are very long. My view, and they got it. My uli but on a meta, about you make contribute to. Keromona, also mine now, or then one engineer David on the Ososuakpor, or this woman now, Makayuni, and all our brothers and sisters. I greet all of you. God has done marvelous work for you, for us. Nobody can fight war with God. The battle is of the Lord. God has redeemed her. And one of the things we are doing here is to appreciate God. Not only just to gather, but for her to know her children. One of the first generations, Mama. And you have more. We click Kuma. What to Kuma? What to matter lower? What will you sumana? If a mother and one sumana. Metatella Mevo. Tell you equal Sakbo. Tell you, I tell you. I share Guario. When your mama, she has shown us a lot of history about the mother, the father side. But let me contribute this. You have already talked about how Mama came from Awire, how she's related to Hebrew, which is called Ojigbo. She had already said that. So, but the one I want to contribute now is Ogene. Ekome was among the migrants that migrated from Benin to Emede in the year 1776 to the fatherland of Emevo among those ancestral migrants. You know, among them are the Emewa, Ogene, Ugbome, and others. Other family that came to Emevo. Ekome gave birth to Ariakbo, having 4 wives. Ariakbo, having 4 wives, that gave birth to 4 males, namely Ifowe as the eldest son, Otete, Ido, and Ofiko as the youngest. That's the 4 children that Ogene gave birth to. There, Ifowe as eldest son gave birth to Onyokeme as the eldest son, followed by Okuke. Onyokeme, followed by Okuke. Then followed by Owe, followed by Emudu, followed by Inajowo, as the last and the last one is Akpodari among the children of Ariakpo. Ogene, the following are brothers of the same mother, Onyekoneme and Okuke, Ogwe, Emude, and Ejenawo, and Akpodari as one mother. So, of course, like I said, before the migration of Ogene from Benin, his ancestral and biological father, Ekome, died. Ekome died before the sojourn. Please note that Ekome is not the mother of Ogene. They migrated from Benin. So the foundation of our ancestral power, parents. So I'm about running up now. I just said that Ogene, I saw you were among those who are migrated to MAD. I've said all of that. And I've given the chronology, the history of how he gave birth to Okuke, gave birth to Ogwe, and Onyekoneme, and the rest. I've said all of that. So that is how, from the mother side, that we are related. Are we together? That's where we are. So if there are others, we will say. But for now, that is the history from our mother's side. Thank you.
I am Engineer David Ososuakpor, Ososuakpor. I'm the first son of Joseph Ososuakpor Emekele, and also the senior son of Ojigbo Ososuakpor. We hail from Emevo town in Isoko North local government area of Delta State.
Which street?
We are from Inyebiabu Street, but my father built house in what we now call Odogwe Road, number 13 Odogwe Road. And that's where we reside till we go to our various places.
Do you have any relationship with the Iyendu Street?
Yes, the mother of my father is from Inyedu Street.
Okay, please can you tell us that relationship?
I cannot really say precisely, but all I know is from Inyedu Street. So we are related to Inyedu, the mother of my father.
Go back to what Mama said. During her interview, she mentioned that they gave birth to you at Okwanala. And meaning during the war, you were at Okwanala.
Yes.
And it also means that you followed them when they were leaving Okwanala as a result of the heat of the war. Please, can you tell us your personal experience?
Yes.
How old you were at the time?
Yes, I was really born at Okwanala, where my parents were doing farming work. And I attended primary school there in Okwanala. And we were there, and I was grown up to about 11 to 12 years. Then in primary 5. And the war broke out. And I was born in 1956. And as at that time, now when the war broke out, I was about 11, 12 years. I was still small anyway. So we have to run home. And where the route that we were supposed to pass home originally back to Emevo was supposed to be through Asaba. But because of the war, the civil war between Gowon and Ojukwu, that road was blocked. And the Onisha Bridge was shut off. So there was no way we could pass there anymore. So the only back road we managed to pass was trekking to bush path. And the bush path now took us about 2 days journey, trekking. Like, remember, I told you I was about 11, 12 years. Then we have to be trekking. We will trek to some stream. They will cross us with canoe. Not even boat, because boat is a bigger one. But this is canoe that you just paddle. They will cross us. Maybe we get to another footpath. We trek again to another stream. They will cross us. We slept on the road for about 2 days or 2 nights. And finally, we were able to get to Sisa in Kwale Delta State through trekking. So in Sisa, they managed to bring one vehicle called Agbagilodu. Originally, they call it lorry in English. So it was the lorry that we all entered. We were so many, young children, adults, mothers, and fathers. So they packed us into that lorry that finally took us to Emevotan here. That was how we arrived.
Okay, you mentioned that you spent about 2 days your way from Ukramala to Ilevo.
To the back road.
To the back road. For those 2 days, how were you feeding?
The feeding was here. Like our mother has earlier explained, they will just, anything they just see, they call it quaka. Native word now. What do they call it in English? Quaka? Compudi. They just see, they just buy for us, we manage you. We're not really talking of hunger now. You drink water, off you go, because then it was war. So how we can manage to get home was our major aim.
Did you see the war visibly? Either soldiers fighting or people killing people?
Okay, because we passed through the back road, so we did not see the war visibly like that. But we were hearing series of gunshots, which in my lifetime then, I have never had gunshot before. I've never even heard of soldier before. But we were hearing gunshots, so we were terribly afraid because the war was very close. So just to escape was our aim.
But when you got to Ilevo, at the time you got to Ilevo, well, how did you manage, how did you and the family manage to go? Was there a building before? A family building before? How did you manage to survive?
When we got to Ilevo, it was here. There was the structure that our father was putting up was not roofed then. Then we squat with people. Then our father, at the back of the building that is not completed yet, he now built a mud house of 2 rooms. So that mud house that we just, after they completed it, we now park from where we squat, we enter into the mud house. So that was where we were living. And life was here because, one, we did not come with clothes because we ran away. No clothes, just what we were wearing was what we used to get to Emevo then. So life was not easy at all. It was terrible.
How was the family able to survive?
Yeah, when we got to Emevo finally then, some few individuals were ready small helps. So as they were ready small help, my parents being farmers, they were able to get some few pieces of land, they start farming. Then there's some few people that were giving us small help, were using that to cope up.
Can you remember one of those persons that helped the family?
Yes, I remember one woman called Idia. It's an old woman. When she saw that our condition was terrible, she now called my mother to the farm to go and harvest cassava. We will never forget that history in the family. That was the only woman who called my mother or our mother to the bush to go and harvest cassava.
The woman is from where?
The woman is from, we met the woman in Emevo here, so it's from Emevo. But I cannot really see her history.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Now, we still need you to tell us the relatives, those you can mention as your relatives, either your father's brothers, your mother's brothers or sisters.
and you can mention that they are related, closely related to you?
Okay, from my father's side. In fact, my father, the story told us that he has only one brother, but the brother died. We did not even know the brother.
What led to the death of the brother according to the story?
Okay, while we were in the East, then we were small anyway, we were told, he told us that we didn't know the brother, that the brother was living in Onitsha area while we were living in Okanala Isis, Oko. So, and that he got a message that the brother was sick. Because those two of them were the only surviving child from the mother. So, either before he got there or when he got there, that brother, senior brother, eventually died. So, after the death of the brother, no other person again. So he was left alone, all through. So we grow up to see or to know that our father has no other brother, immediate brother, other than himself.
Because we heard the name Ukre, and Ukre, according to the story, lived at that same Okanala. What's the relationship between the Ososuakpor and Ukre?
Okay. The truth is that the Okanala, the village or the camp that my father, Ososuakpor, lived, that he was doing his farm work, Ukre was the real founder of that camp or that village in Okanala. So, Ososuakpor, our father, being his brother, my short brother, he took him to that village to be doing farm work in Okanala. So the relationship between Ososuakpor and Ukre is that Ososuakpor's father and Ukre, they have the same father, the same mother. When we came from the east, Okanala precisely, I was in primary 5 when we ran home because of the war that broke out. So when we got to Ojigbo here, finally, primary 5, third term. So when we got here, I was now enrolled into the primary school here in Ojigbo town, named Mewa Primary School. The only primary school then in Ojigbo. So, I now completed the third term in primary 5. Then later, I now passed. I later passed to primary 6. I now go through primary 6 and finish all with primary 6. When I finish off from primary 6, like as I said earlier on, life was not easy at all with my parents as we came empty-handed. My parents had no money. We hardly feed. So there was nothing my parents could do, and I looked around, no help from anywhere. What do? I started tapping rubber in Ojigbo here so that I can get small change for myself. So, having tapped rubber for so many years, I combined the tapping of rubber with cutting of a short tree that we sell. It will be interesting for you to know that this short tree, we sell it for 3 pence. 3 kobo, or what do you call it nowadays? Just 3 pence. So people who have rubber factory, they buy this wood from us, or bakers who bake bread, they buy this wood from us. So with this little money, we managed to buy that clothes or whatever for ourselves, to help ourselves, because our parents could not help us any longer. So I did this along with my senior sister, who is now late, for so many years. Now my senior sister now left for marriage, so I was left alone as a little bit matured adult. All right, when my sister has gone for marriage, what do? I said, okay, let me start to do a helper for people who build houses. So I started doing helper for people who build houses. So when I do helper, they will give me 3 3 shillings. What do you call it? 3 shillings. I don't know how that is called now, but 3 shillings a day from morning till evening. And that from morning till evening, for you to see that life was very tough, I will just buy only one cup of granite to soak gari. I cannot afford to eat in the hotel with the 3. So that was what I was doing for so many years. So and I was getting grown up then, having done that for so many years, all my mates that we finished primary school, some went to secondary school, some went to James Wesh, grammar school over here, and some to other different government college, UGL, and some other places. But me now, my parents has no money to send me to anywhere. So I did these things for so many years. After so many years now, one of my mother's sister's son, the man, he did the engineering work in Warri. So when he always come, he will encourage my father that, well, you need to send me to this engineering school or training institute. That's a very good course that's going to be lucrative in future to come. So my father was trying to buy the idea, but as there was no money, and also the brother was telling him that, well, he did his own in Warri, but we prefer me going to Ayetoro in Ondo State via Okitikpokpa to go and do this course. But there's a very good training school, technical training school over there, that I can do it, and the certificate will be well recognized over everywhere. So my parents started to buy this idea. Gradually, they now bought this idea. And I was sent to this Ayetoro Technical Institute on those State. The money was very small. I can remember then, they would give me 20 naira. I can remember, this is Muritala, what do you call it? 20, is it 20 naira now? They would give me 20 naira to transfer. I will use this 20 naira to transport to Ayetoro on those State. From this 20 naira, I will be feeding myself because you feed yourself. And this is a far journey. You get to Okitikpokpa. When you get to Okitikpokpa, you get to one other town called Ugbonla, Ugbokoda. Then from Ugbokoda is river all through. You have to enter engine boat. That will not take you to Ayetoro. And this Ayetoro I'm talking about is when you get there, it's a sea mouth, ocean sea mouth in Ondo State. So that is where this technical school was built. It was well recognized because the founder of that school were trained in Germany. So they have a lot of equipment, training students as marine engineers. And it was recognized over the whole country. So that was where I later went. I went in 1974 and I spent about 4 years there. I graduated and came out. I came out so well. And when I came out, because we do external exam, I tried to do exam in Warri, no way. So I have to go to Lagos. There was one of our brother that is in Lagos, was in Lagos then. So there I tried to enroll in the exam, because the exam comprises oral, written. I was able to do written, but oral will never come. Waited for about 3 months. I said, no, I'm wasting time. I came back to Warri here again to try. So here in Warri again, I did it once, and I passed so well, with a very good grade. Then they now award me a certificate as a marine engineer. So having got that certificate, now marine engineers were hotcake in Warri. Now not only Warri, over the whole country, because you don't see them. Very scarce. So I pick up a job immediately with some companies. To mention just a few, McDermott Nigeria Limited. As soon as they pick me off, they send me to offshore. I joined Delta Steel Company, having missed NNPC. Then I worked with them and also retired. I worked with them and retired from Delta Steel Company. So when I retired from Delta Steel Company, in fact, I decided to leave because they were not doing well anymore. What we were told when we joined the company wasn't coming. They told us we are going to be well paid, that, but being a government-owned company, nothing good was coming out. In fact, it was becoming a hell. I said, no. Now that the situation is like this, let me go back to my offshore work because I was a qualified engineer. So I took my certificate and I went back to offshore work. As I just went to one company, then called Amnaco Nigeria Limited. They just scheduled me for interview. White man interviewed me. One of the engineers gave me written and oral interview, and one hand I made it. So he sent me to offshore immediately. So I started working in deep offshores, Eket, Escavos, Focado Seminar, even to other West African offshores. We worked throughout, and I worked there till I retired. So when my age has gone far, the company said I'm due for retirement, so they retired me. So as of today, they are paying me pension, retirement benefit. Even the Delta Steel Company that I left because I was qualified for pension, I'm also a pensioner over there. So I'm getting double salary from DSC federal government and also from Lamnaco Nigeria Limited, where I retired not more than about 7 years ago. So this has been my working career. Thank you. Lifted up so high. So looking at it today, the sky is our limit by the special grace of God. So life has well improved tremendously.
Thank you, sir. What then is your advice as the head of Ososuakpor dynasty?
Yes.
What is your advice to the children?
Yes. First of all, the Bible has made us to understand that God never disappoints those who believe and trust in Him and worship Him. You serve Him faithfully. So, I want to implore everybody in Ososuakpor's family, and in fact, a human at large, that put God first, whatever you are doing. Serve Him and worship Him faithfully. He will do wonders in your life. No matter temptations, you must arrive. This is the advice I have for Ososuakpor's family in general and every human being on earth. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you indeed. One more question to go. Our father is late as it were. Our mother is old. I want you to remember that sometimes last year we came here to celebrate our mother, and we are here again this year. But one significant question I want to ask is, years to come, if the Almighty God called our mother years to come, do you think that this magnitude of unity that exists will still exist if our mother is no more? And if yes, how do you intend to ensure that these bonds continue?
By the special grace of God, I've said it before that whatever you start in the name of God, it must prosper. This movement or this family we have come to know God. And because we have come to know God, we will continue to live for God, continue to know God. So even if our mother has gone, by the special grace of God, this favor will continue. And I will continue to walk in the same vein. And also, as I'm walking in the same vein, I will delegate authority to those of you who are my brothers, immediate brothers, and immediate sisters, to also follow the suit so that we will all work together. The unity will continue. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.